So the next question is from Zoya, and she asks, how has been lockdown treating you guys? So I would start by saying it has not been easy. Like, we've been in lockdown for past 7 months and it has been crazy. Like, we understand why lockdown is needed, and like we are in total favor of that, especially by looking at what's happening in India right now. We understand lockdown is required, but honestly, mentally it has been very frustrating. Like, it's been a long time, we haven't been to India, so that's also something which has been really disturbing and hard.
Most of the people back home, they feel that especially Canada is better that way, that you actually get to go outside and enjoy, and at least you can step out of your house and do whatnot. But that's not the case. Even we feel the same way, and without your family out here, you actually feel low and depressed. So it's not that great a feeling. But hopefully we have our hopes high that in few months things should start to get better and we get vaccinated soon. That's the main thing on our agenda right now, as most of the people are starting to get the vaccines. I believe now 40 to 50% of Ontarians have got their vaccines, the first dose of their vaccines.
But hopefully by next week we should get our first dose, at least get registered for it. So hoping for the best, fingers crossed. So next is from Hungry Foodies Wow, and he asks, best place for Indian food and momos in Toronto, GTA.
Best food for momos.
Best place for momos.
Best place for momos. Okay, so my personal favorite is Garlic Kitchen, to be honest. And there's one more place called Karma's Kitchen of late, which we have tried.
So we love their Momo Sizzler.
Yeah, the Momo Sizzler is really exquisite.
Yeah.
And Garlic Kitchen, not to forget their chili fried momos, the chili chicken fried momos. I just love them. So those are my top two picks.
And for Indian food?
For Indian food, there is a variety of them. So I'd say A1 Sweets is one of them. Then last week we tried another place called Haldi Toronto. That was also good.
I think the one we just went, tasted, that was very nice. You guys should try. That's Meizo
Toronto,
at Dundas. So they are also very good.
Yeah, it's not just about the promotion thing, but the food was really good. So if you get a chance, go ahead and try them.
So the next one is from Shelza Sharma, and she asks, Corona kab khatam hoga?
Shelza, even we are waiting when this will end and we get to see our friends and family and celebrate this 10,000 thing with all of them. So even we are waiting. Hopefully this should, like, at least everyone gets that vaccine so that people can meet. I know this is not going to end soon, but nevertheless, once you get those jabs, things should be better.
True. Okay, so the next one is from Khushi, and she says, for how many continuous days we have to stay in Canada for getting PR, and is express entry still open?
So I didn't really understand the question for how many days you need to get a PR. So once you get your COPR, like if you have applied through express entry and you get your COPR, you enter Canada. So usually it takes around 90 days and you get your PR card with you. I think so. If you are asking about the PR card thing, so it takes about 90 days, that is 3 months, to get that PR card once you are here in Canada.
And is express entry still open?
Express entry is open for CEC mainly, that is Canadian Experience Class, not for FSW, Federal Skilled Workers, because they are not allowing anyone to come to Canada at this moment because of the travel restrictions. But hopefully, as someone also asked us that when will this open, so hopefully by the end of the year we are expecting that things should move in the right direction and there should be more FSW draws.
Okay, so the next one is from my sister and she asked, how do you manage your job and blogging together? So you know it very well. We have had sleepless nights, we aren't sleeping on time, we aren't getting that 8-hour sleep. Not easy at all, but then we are enjoying this. We both really like creating content, and that's why we started with this channel. So how are we managing is that, so during daytime it's our office time. As soon as we are free from that, our brain starts working on Instagram pe kya karna hai, YouTube pe kya karna hai. So that is how it is. and it's not easy. If any one of you who wants to start blogging, you have to be very dedicated to it.
Yeah.
You can't just post one day and be lazy the next day. You have to
Yeah.
be active every single day. YouTube and Instagram, I would say, is like a full-time job. You have to be dedicated. You have to give a lot of hours every day, and that is how it is. So for example, for us, we know for next month what videos are we planning to do. So that is one thing. You have to be really planned. You have to really know what's your agenda. Otherwise everything is like haywire and not easy.
Yep.
The next one is little related to the blogging thing, which is from Jinal Anusar, and she says, how did you become food bloggers on Instagram? How do brands approach you?
Thank you so much for that question, Jinal. First of all, I already had this passion for like exploring new places back home as well. I am a big time foodie and travel and food enthusiast. So I already had this thing in mind when I came to Canada, that I'll be exploring different food joints, trying out new cuisines, and even lifestyle for that matter. We didn't really get to travel that much because COVID hit us really bad. But nevertheless, the food journey was something which kept us going, and if you would have seen our Instagram page as well, we keep going with the flow no matter what. Nothing has really stopped us. So yeah, we continued that passion of mine on this page, and that's how we became food bloggers.
And one thing which I would want to add is be real on your blogging page, because that is one thing which is going to connect you with the audience.
And for your other question, for how to approach brands, so initially I would say just start with your page, build a relevant audience, try to restrict yourself to a particular niche wherein you feel you will be able to tap that audience. So once you have a flavor of different things on your page and you get that traction with audience, I think so that's a good time. Brands would really be appreciative of your content, and that's how they reach you. Then there are different influencer agencies which you can tie up with, and they help you out as well if there is a certain requirement or a certain brand which is interested in promoting with influencers. So that's how you can go about it.
So next is from Ashwini Mahatkar, and she says, congrats dear. I want to ask whether my daughter should come to Canada after 12th or after completing her graduation in India.
Okay, so thank you so much for those wishes, first of all. So I'd say it's firstly totally dependent on you, that whether you want to like settle in Canada first of all. If yes, and if you have the financial assets, then yes, it makes sense to come after your 12th standard with whatever subjects you want to go ahead with, whatever line you want to go ahead with. And with that being said, first of all, you need to do your bit of research, that which field your child is interested in, be it marketing, or be it retail, or be it e-commerce, or be it accounting, be it finance, whatever the thing is, you need to like be double sure of what you want to go ahead with.
So if your long-term plan is to settle in Canada and you already know that, then why not move after 12th? Okay, so the next one is from Sakina Haider, and she says, in your previous videos you mentioned you both filed your express entries separately. What was the reason for this? Were you married by then? Did you both mention married in your application?
So Sakina, we did create a video for the same, and we weren't married at that point of time. Initially I had applied for my express entry in the FSW program, and so I had got my COPR by the time we both had met. And that's the time Sherry had to also apply for her express entry. So both of us didn't write married in our application, but in between she got married, we got married, and then we had to change the status. As a result, we had to raise a web form, and after raising the web form, CIC came back to us requiring certain documents. So we did give those documents to CIC, and we have prepared one full-fledged video on that. You can check that out, so that will be helpful for you.
The next one is from Zoya Sheikh, and she's asking for authentic Canadian food.
Oh my God, authentic Canadian food. So authentic Canadian food, first of all, the national Canadian food is poutine, and we have tried poutine at a couple of places, and most of people try to experiment with poutine, And what we did was we figured out a place which was at which place? If I'm not wrong, was it at
When we were coming
Fenelon
from,
Falls?
yeah, when we were coming from there.
So when we were like coming back from Fenelon Falls, we shot that in our video as well. There's a place called, what's the place called? I forgot the name, which offers more than 100 type of poutine.
We link that video here. Do watch it after this. So that place has more than 1,000 types of poutines.
100 type.
Okay, so that place has more than 100 types of poutines, and that was very.
Oh,
nice
I
place to
remember
try
the
that.
name. It's called the Whistle Stop Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Whistle Stop Cafe, and it's near Fenelon Falls. You should check it out. It's in downtown at that place, and you'll really enjoy the variety that they got to offer, and really love their food. So that's the authentic and the most lovable place that I found for real Canadian poutine.
And their butter tarts are amazing.
Oh yeah,
if you're
not to
going
forget.
there to try that, it was amazing. Okay, so the next one is from Dhruv Pandya, and he asks how to manage everything like cooking, cleaning, studying, working in Canada all by yourself and still get time for one's passion.
Oh. So if you have a passion for something, I'd say you'll have to start taking out time, and once it becomes a habit, you don't really feel that way that you have to manage so many things. It just goes with the flow. So initially when we came to Canada, we also felt like we were very much pampered back home, and like you have someone to do some or the other thing, but here you need to manage everything on your own. But once you start to do things your own way, you'll get a hang of all those things. You have a specific day when you need to do the cleaning, you have a specific day when you need to do the washing, and cooking, needless to say, you have to do it every day. So yeah, you don't like shy away from those duties, and washing the utensils as well. So that becomes a part of your routine lifestyle and routine things.
Is from Dhanyashri Goda, and she says, hello, firstly congratulations. I would like to know how a commerce graduate or postgraduate can easily be accepted through PR. We see engineers and medical people getting invitations sooner. Could you suggest the fastest means to get PR with commerce background?
Okay, so Dhaneshri, first of all, you need to see, like, for commerce graduates, what do you mean? Like, which field are you mostly interested in? Is it like accounting or financial sort of roles that you're looking at? And it's not in FSW, under Federal Skilled Worker Program. It's nothing like that someone else is given preference. It's totally dependent on your CRS score. Once you hit the cutoff, you will definitely get an invitation to apply. And once you get the invitation to apply, you just need to follow the regular protocols, submit the regular documents, and you will get the COPR after that. And once you get the COPR, you are here in Canada.
Okay, so the next question is from Nivedita Viswapati, and she asks cost of living in different states in Canada. Gunjan Raut also has a similar question, and she's asking, please share the cost of living in different cities and average salary.
So guys, if you would have seen our cost of living in Toronto video, you would have definitely had an idea as to what are the sort of expenses that we have and what sort of monthly budget you need to keep for having all those sort of things. And for talking about other states or provinces for that matter, so Vancouver is more expensive than Toronto, and if you go to other provinces like Saskatchewan, which is cheaper, or you go to other smaller towns, things would be cheaper over there. The rents are cheaper. I'm not sure about the grocery aspect, but grocery should be more or less similar. But other things would be cheaper, like for example, your insurance, your car insurance for that matter, your rents.
But in terms of cost of living in Toronto, Vancouver is like very high.
Yeah.
You don't really save a lot. Salaries are good, but initially when you start, you're going to start from a beginner scale, and that's not going to be a lot to survive here, honestly. And if you're coming as a couple, both of you need to earn. Just with single salary, it's not easy to run the household. Yeah, and if you want to understand what kind of different salary ranges are there for different fields, you can watch our High Demands in Job Canada video. That will give you a very good idea of what kind of salaries you can expect. So next one is from Yerukola Jena Kiram, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I've completed my post graduation in MBA Finance and having an experience of 3 years in sales and marketing. Now, I'm very much interested to come to Canada. So, which certification courses I need to complete? Please suggest me. I heard that digital marketing course was having a big demand in Canada, and you're also a digital marketer. Treat me as your brother and suggest a better option. Thank you, Word of Canada.
So you want to answer that?
In terms of certification, so I created that video about digital marketing in Canada. You can watch that video. I have mentioned all kind of certifications you should do for a digital marketing role in Canada. In terms of its demand, yes, demand is high for digital marketing, but you need to be really well versed with the terminologies,
Yeah.
recent campaigns. Having just educational background is not going to help you, very honestly, because there are so many people in Canada who are qualified and they are looking for jobs. So you will have to apply for a lot of jobs, and you have to be patient.
So just hang in there, keep applying to jobs. Meanwhile, do your certifications like Google Analytics, HubSpot, Facebook Blueprint, and there are other many of them like Hootsuite. But whatever you can do, use this free time to understand, to learn about different certifications, do graphic designing, try to learn video editing for that matter. There is a lot of demand for all these sort of skill set.
So last three questions now.
Yeah.
Next one is Manideep Mahakali. Hey Sid and Sherry, hope you are doing well. I have a doubt. How many years of experience is required for migrating to Canada for recent master's pass out guy?
So if you have done your masters and if you are applying under the Federal Skilled Worker Program for Express Entry, you need to have a minimum of 1 year of continuous work experience. If you qualify for that, you are eligible. And apart from that, there are other eligibility criteria like your IELTS. So you need to have a CLB 7 for that matter. So basis that, you calculate your eligibility and your CRS score, and if you hit the CRS cutoff, you get an invitation to apply.
Okay. So, I really like how Siddharth explains everything. Like, I feel he's a very good explainer. What do you guys think? I would like you guys to tell us in the comments. Okay. So the next one is from Rohan Suneja, and he comments a lot. So he says, sir, I want to know that you're working in Canada. If your company makes you work extra, for example, 1 or 2 hours, has your company paid you that extra time? Because in India, most companies don't pay.
Okay. So Rohan, for that matter, I'd say if you are working, say for example, I have to work 40 hours a week, and if it's just a half an hour, 45 minutes odd job here and there, it doesn't really make that big a difference. So for my particular organization, if I'm working more than 44 hours, then the overtime kicks in, and that's when you get overtime pay.
Also, he is asking, are gun laws as lenient as USA and Canada? It's a humble request. Please stick by your question.
So for gun laws, Canada for that matter is very strict. You don't have lenient gun laws for that matter. So it's very strict here. You won't see people with guns.
The last one is from Prabhash S. Please talk about the healthcare wait times in Canada. It's a serious issue and no one really talks about it.
Okay. So talking about healthcare, I guess if you would have seen our previous videos, we did talk about healthcare, how to apply for provincial health card and stuff like that. So the initial bit is easy, I'd say. Once you get your health card, you can go to a doctor, you can book appointments, you can get your blood tests done. But when it comes to specialists and the surgeries, that's when the major pain comes, and that's really a pain in the backside to get bookings for specialists and for surgeries. So you have a longer wait time for that for sure. Even for emergency cases, they'll pick which is more severe as compared to what's not.
In India, doctors, hospitals are very convenient thing for us. Like we have so many hospitals, but here all that is very less.
And moreover, since things are privatized, you can just pay and just go to whichever hospital or doctor you want to go to. Here things are not that way. Since it's a public funded health system, although it's derived from taxes, and don't want to get into all those things. But yes, so they choose cases based on priority, and the one with the severe things gets priority over the other ones, and it's not like the privatized things back home.
Yes. So with that, we are done with all our Q&As for the 10K special video. With 20K, we are again going to do a Q&A just like this. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do it now. We post videos every Tuesday and Friday, 7 p.m.
7
India
p.m. India
time.
time and 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yes, so do subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, hit the like button. And what else?
And if you're new to our channel, subscribe, and make us go a long way and get us to 20,000 soon. And until next time, take care of yourself,
Your
family,
family, and stay
stay connected.
connected. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.